Mr. Attorney General?
Just have to remind you, don't you ever let anybody take your power from you. You have the same power that you did before November 5th. And you have the same purpose that you did. And you have the same ability to engage and inspire. So don't ever let anybody or any circumstance take your power from you.
You're listening.
Yeah, like all the time I'm listening.
WATP. With Christian, Eric, and Carl sometimes.
Listen in your office, in your car, or even your neighborhood bar.
We're doing it. We're doing it. We're having fun. We're
fun time.
Open your mouth, close your eyes. We're going to give you a big surprise.
And here it is.
Yes, welcome to Who Are These Broadcasters, the show that always tastes better the second time around. I'm Christian Bladt, and over there to my left, your right, or my right, your left, it doesn't matter, is Mr. Leftovers himself, the one and only Eric Zane. How are you, sir?
Never better, my friend. Good to see your smiling face. And yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, I trust you had a good time away.
Yes, we had a wonderful Thanksgiving, but as with every week, there's only one thing that we should be thankful for, Eric Zane, and that's Super Chats, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, maybe if I get a few more of those, I won't have to adjust my camera every time I do this show to cover up the hole in my wall.
Yes, exactly. And by the way, Willie Fitch is putting in a request immediately. It's not time for the Bears. We have to explain how Super Chats work.
Yes,
Settle down, Willie Fitch.
Really simple. All you need to do if you want Christian to sign off with some type of horrible comment or something like that, the only way to do that, best way to do that, is by writing what you want attached to a dollar amount, and the highest dollar amount is what Christian will sign off with. Or if you feel so inclined because you think we're just too good to get $0, you can throw whatever you want at us, and we're very, very grateful for that. And that is the extent of our begging on this show.
At least for now. It depends on how the next 20 minutes go. I might start doing some more begging after that, but you're right. For right now, we're happy. We're doing it. We're having fun. And Willie Fitch, I don't want to disappoint you, so let's get to it.
WATV, who are these bears? Who are these bears?
So, Eric Zane, you and I are both married, and we probably each have engagement stories that, are moments where we tried to impress our wives, but we're two grown men who met later in life. So obviously, I don't know yours, you don't know mine. So I'm going to assume yours didn't go like this. Mine didn't, but you let me know if your proposal went something like this. So it says, marry me with some red roses down there and a gigantic
Qué buena
black
anécdota.
bear walks by.
Qué buena anécdota.
And he doesn't really leave. Now he's
Pues
looking
si
under
quieren,
the
vénganse
table.
mejor, vénganse.
I guess that might just be.
Está bien, no, pero
Oh, wow.
But here he comes. Here we are, just taking another look at it. Just right there. Marry me or the bear will eat you, I think.
qué buena anécdota.
What in the name
Qué
of
buena
third
anécdota.
world country are we seeing?
It sounds like, Thailand or the Philippines or something.
Holy shit. That
yeah.
is God damn. I and then I give them credit for not like fucking freaking out, but we talked about this. Are we supposed to just be still? And I think that they did a good job of that.
Yeah, they're just like, all right, let's not freak out. But I don't know. I mean, if there's ever a sign that maybe this isn't the person to spend your life with, 1,000-pound potential murderer wandering into the scene, that could at least give you some pause, no?
No, without a doubt, because how often do you see somebody, oh yeah, it was a bad sign, and then they whatever, 5 years later, he murders her or something.
Yeah, or 5 minutes later, the bear mauled both of them. I don't have that video, but I'm assuming that's not what happened.
Right. I still can't believe that something so oafy looking can be such a murderer.
Yeah, no, exactly. But they look like they want to give you a hug, but they do want to tear your face off before they do it.
Right.
So we've featured a lot of porch pirate videos here on the show in the time we've been doing it. But this is one that is not interested in your Amazon packages. He does see that there's a pumpkin on the front step. So this bear comes right up to the front door. Wow. He hears some things. He's sniffing around. He's like, no. This is good eating. This must be why they put this pumpkin here on the front step.
Yes. And that, oh my God, is he a fat fuck, too. Holy shit. You don't get that fat unless you're goddamn stealing porch shit, pumpkins like a porch pirate ninja.
Yeah. He's like, you might think that this is here for you, but clearly it's here for me. I'm taking it and try and stop me. This is one I actually stumbled across this morning. Look, people that we see in these bear videos, they are fairly laid back and they handle it much better than we would. Well, I'm speaking for you, but I feel like neither one of us would handle this really well. I just kind of usually don't want to see the bear freak out and swipe at somebody, but this guy just tries to, matter of fact, talk the bear away.
Okay.
Okay, so they're not that far, you know. I don't know, 50, not even 50 feet, maybe 20 feet. They're standing up. And let's listen to these morons. Bear's getting closer. Two bears.
No.
All right, now he's got the spray.
He's just, no.
The grizzly bears. I believe they are.
I'm ashamed to call those bears members of the bear species.
Yeah,
because
they just
all he
turned
did
around.
was,
That's it.
No. Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't want us to come and tear your girlfriend's arms off. All right, we're gonna leave.
I like how the bear starts to like scratch his face, like, "Oh, I wasn't thinking about walking any further. No big deal. I'm out of here."
I thought there might be pumpkins around here. My apologies. Anyway,
this guy had
you're
the
good.
gun over his shoulder, and I don't even know if that would have done anything with those monsters. And then the pepper spray. I don't know how many times you've heard about this. A lot of times you spray that shit and you miss, or you aim at the ground and it's just the angle's all wrong. This guy's got fucking balls of steel. Holy shit.
Yeah. And I don't know. I think that, well, I guess if they're violent bear attacks, we probably can't share them on this show. So I guess that's a little bit of a spoiler that you're never going to get to see one of those. But if we have to say like, oh, go to my X account if you want to see the real bear videos. And I'm sorry, what were you going to say, Z?
I like the balls of steel approach by dude, though. I mean, all he said was no with authority, and they turned around and walked away. You know, he got laid.
Yeah. And and when he said, let's go upstairs, and she said no, he did probably what the bear would have done to them.
I was years ago, we were in Tennessee and we were getting ready to go hiking, and everybody was in the car, and I was getting my bear spray ready.
Nice.
Okay. Now, my brother, these things are set up to where you can't accidentally press the trigger because you could fuck everybody up if you accidentally press the trigger. My idiot brother thought that you're supposed to take the safety thing off. So he did. So now it's like active. If you touch that little trigger, it's going to go off. And I'm like, oh, God damn it. It tumbled from where I was and landed on the ground right on the top of it. And it sprayed out the smallest amount. It just went, just the smallest amount. And I went, oh. And then all of a sudden, like 5 seconds later, everybody in the car, because they were downwind. I was like, holy shit. I maced them. I peppered them.
Well, look, I'm sure that everybody can laugh about it now, right, Eric?
That boyfriend's so out of the picture.
Yeah. How much longer after that was it before he got removed?
Not too much longer, but I mean, that was a fucking fantastic moment, though. I was like, and then I couldn't figure out why they were coughing. I was like, I wonder what is the matter.
Must be allergy season, not bear spray.
What are you guys doing? We don't know.
All right. Well, let's move on over to local news. We've had enough bear fun.
WATB, who are these local news? Who are these local newscasters?
a moment ago, I mentioned that, Eric and I have been doing the show together for a little while. We don't really know each other that well. And I like to think that I know you at least better than this guy does of his co-host before he makes, let's say, a minor faux pas.
Pumpkin, I thought I'd smell some.
I thought something was smoking. Did you see the smoke coming up? What happened just now?
Well, no, because it's resting on some paper, and so I didn't want the little tea light to overheat, and then all of a sudden we've got breaking news here at the channel.
I told you if the sprinkler systems come on, I'm done for the day.
Yeah, go. That is not
sitting up here looking like a mop.
Yeah, you don't want sprinkler system and a beautiful weave because they do not go together. Wow, you're beautiful. You said it was a weave, right?
It's not. Oh.
At least he does the right thing. He gets up and walks off the set after assuming that his African-American co-host has a weave when she's like, no, it's actually not a weave, buddy.
Oh, God damn. Fucking idiot. Yeah, don't make comments about anyone ever. When are we going to learn?
Not their appearance. And look, let's be honest. A couple of white guys, we can make comments about each other. But if you have a black female co-host, nothing. Just you're not friends. You're there probably because the channel felt like the optics were good. Just move on. So I think they JFK head chunk. It's a flat afro, dummy. So I originally did see this next video as a local news story, but I sought out the actual video. So this features a few of those. I guess they're called Weibo, the self-driving cars.
I have heard of them. I've seen them. I've seen video of them, and I have heard of them. Obviously.
Yes, this is up in San Francisco, and somebody who was walking by got out their phone, citizen journalism, I believe we call it, and reported on something that I'm feeling like is going to become more likely as we have more self-driving cars. As soon as I bring it up, Eric.
Oh, that's okay.
Because the Waymo is trying to go behind the Amazon, but then it's stuck behind the Waymo, and oh my God, there's another Waymo. What's everybody gonna do? What? It is a Waymo standoff.
So there, and I call them Weibo. I think that's Chinese Twitter, but that doesn't really matter. So there are two of these self-driving cars waiting to get around an Amazon truck. Unfortunately, in the lane next to the Amazon truck are two more of these self-driving cars, and no one knows what to do. And I mean, at this point, I feel like if you're in the self-driving car, you just got to get out.
Waymo is stuck because the Waymo is trying to go behind the Amazon, but then it's stuck behind the Waymo, and oh my God, there's another Waymo. What's everybody gonna do? What? It is a Waymo standoff. What is gonna happen?
So
what's happening?
Why are the ones that are coming towards us stopped?
Because they're sensing the fact that the other one is facing them, even though it could get around.
Yeah,
they probably are. Let's just say they're probably more conservative drivers than you or I are, Eric. So they're like trying to give themselves enough space.
Well, this is fucking horrific, is what this is, and we're going to need one of these to have like a family of 5 in it and to just drive right off a cliff in order for this to go away. This is crazy fucking shit. I wouldn't dare get inside of anything like this.
Yeah, and that's before you've seen our next clip as to something that it looks like a sketch. I believe this is real, but it definitely, I at least tried to make sure this wasn't fake. So this is someone sitting in traffic in one of these Waymo self-driving cars. Oh yeah, I forgot it had the music in it, so I got to turn the music down. But the cars stopped, and let's just say some artistic gentlemen immediately start defacing the car with some friendly graffiti. There is no driver. There's a passenger holding his dog, and it looks a little bit like you, Easy.
Oh, yeah, he looks very gay.
Yeah. So this is even gayer Eric Zane than the gay Eric Zane we feature from Daily Blast Live. So yeah, this is probably people just hang around cities like San Francisco waiting for the opportunity to start drawing on one of these cars. When I mean, it's traffic. The car can't go anywhere. It's not his car.
San Francisco is a goddamn tourist destination. All of California is. Hasn't that become like lawless out there?
Yeah. There's a let's just say there's a unhoused problem,
right?
And they don't process shoplifting under whatever it is, like $999.
I need to get back there and see some of the sites because that is good visiting. That is people watching right there.
You know, there is an app for San Francisco. Perhaps you've heard about this. It's sort of like any driving app. It lets you know where there are fresh piles of human excrement for you to walk around and not encounter. And I know it sounds like a bit, but it's true. They do actually have an app specifically for San Francisco that lets you know where all the human shit is.
Oh my God. I totally thought you were doing a bit.
No, I know. That's why I realized. I'm like, let me explain. No, there really is an app. I don't know how well it's updated. Like, I don't know any of that. I don't know if it uses satellite technology and Google imaging, but
this is fucking incredible for the criminal industry. I mean, what they're able to do right now because of changes in the law.
Yeah, and cities like San Francisco and Los Angeles have replaced DAs who put a lot of this stuff in place. So we'll see if it gets any better. Dwyer Christian, is there a dead homeless app locator? I think that's really, you use your 5 senses for that, Dwyer Christian. I think you'll kind of know when you're getting close.
I think you might have there was a change in the law. The Supreme Court heard a thing about whether or not people camping, you know how you see those encampments?
Sure.
I think there was a high court decision that's going to allow local municipalities that have been utilizing the law to put their fucking tents up in the middle of the goddamn street to keep that from happening. Now, whether or not in liberal California anybody would enforce that, I highly doubt it. But it seems like there is becoming an opportunity for at least some communities to clean shit up from these fucking assholes ruining everything by camping in the streets.
Yeah, I know that where I live is beautiful. The next town over has a lot of tents. So
what is the next town over?
North Hollywood.
Oh,
North Hollywood here in the Valley has tents and encampments. Burbank, it's just nothing but sunshine from sea to shining sea.
Good.
Yeah, but so we're always in for an adventure when it's like we're gonna take the kids to if we have like a birthday party in North Hollywood, we're like, there's gonna be some issues. So I've got one more local news, and look, a lot of times we'll all see the local news and people jump into the shot. They try to get themselves on TV, say hi to their friends, maybe say Baba Booey, Howard Stern's penis, something like that. This couldn't be worse timing when you look like the woman who jumps into this shot here.
If you've ever wondered what a 1,000-pound cow looks like up close and in person, this is the place to come. Also, maybe if you wonder.
So, as at the moment the guy says, if you wonder what a 1,000-pound cow looks like, she just wanders right in with a
If you've ever wondered what a 1,000-pound cow looks like up close and in person, this is the place to come. Also, maybe if you wonder.
More perfect. That is so amazing that even happened.
Yeah,
and you know that she's going to get texts saying, "Hey, we just saw you on the news." She's singing "All Is Well," and then ...
Yeah. Oh, can you film it for me and show me? Oh no, it's already over.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I didn't get it. Sorry. Oh shit, is that fantastic? Dwyer says her legs are impressive. No doubt, she was very sturdy.
Yes,
she moved in and out of that shot quickly. I think she might be a good woman to be able to stack wood.
Oh yeah, no, I think she's got. She looks like she's got good birthing hips. Look, she's able to walk around and carry so much weight around. I mean, maybe not the 1,000-pound that this guy's talking about, but yeah, let's just say we're sure that she was on the girls' rugby team in college.
No,
right?
she was like a pulling guard, on the football team.
All right. Well, let's spend a few minutes in the unpleasant world of politics.
Who are these politics? Who are these politics?
Well, Sam Bibley said something. He sees that you're ignoring him.
Yeah, I'm not ignoring you. You haven't said anything. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I see you ignoring me. Don't forget, you said you would give the tattoo reveal.
I believe there was a super chat dollar amount attached to the tattoo reveal.
Yeah, I don't.
Right?
Yeah, I think there's some revisionist history there.
Yeah, no.
I didn't just say, "Hey, I'm going to show you my tattoo."
We need cold hard cash if
that is
we're going to do anything.
$50 minimum.
Yeah. And Easy, you said that we weren't going to do any begging, but it looks like we might have to because
it's a huge pile of shit. We don't have even $1 raised, and we are, this show is roughly an hour left in it, and we have zero. It's a goddamn goose egg. Holy shit, that's embarrassing.
You know what? I'm going to start holding back the Bears until we get money. And if we don't get to the Bears, then that's not our fault. That's your fault for not giving us Streamlabs, Venmo, PayPal, Super Chats. Oh my gosh, look at JFK Head Chunk. All we had to do was beg. So we got $2 and he says $48 to go.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
JFK Head Chunk, you notice how one of the guys who's funny enough to get poor chats put up actually gave us money, so I don't know. But anyway, we appreciate that.
That is very sweet of you. Very kind.
So the big news in politics is that President Biden, you remember him, pardoned his son Hunter. Now, there are definitely some people calling out the hypocrisy police because he said he wouldn't pardon his son. But one, he's a politician. Who gives a shit? It's his kid. And what? So Joe Biden is this guy we hold to a high standard all of a sudden. And also, I think that I remember there were people saying like, oh, I can't wait till we get in, Trump nominees. We're going after Hunter Biden. So he's like, all right, well, let me go ahead and pardon my kid. Honestly, I don't give a shit. I don't know where you stand on this, Easy.
Oh, first of all, pardoning, this is my 2 cents. Biden's an asshole for pardoning his kid.
Okay.
I'm not surprised that he's pardoning his kid because it's his kid.
Yeah.
And pardoning overall is fucking horrible. They should not be allowed to pardon anybody. That whole thing is bullshit.
Well, there's a reason they usually do it their last day in office.
Yeah. What a gutless thing to do. What kind of asshole thought it'd be a good idea to allow the fucking president to let criminals out of the fucking jail? Fuck you.
We might get to see some more. And by the way, Christopher Ullman with £1. Thank you. No comment. Right now, JFK Head Chunk is our high dollar amount. And, last week we had a lot of people trying to put things in my mouth, get me to say things that could have embarrassed me. But for right now, JFK Head Chunk is our big winner. So there was one place I wanted to go and get reaction to the Hunter Biden pardon, and she did not disappoint. I sought out Megyn Kelly, and this clip comes after she goes through some vague story that doesn't really add up. I don't know, her sister maybe had a problem with drugs or something, and she had to go to court, but it didn't seem like she got in any trouble. So I'm like, all right, just get to the meat of the conversation, which is what I did as we jump right into her reaction to Joe Biden.
Fuck you, Joe Biden, and your sob story about your rich, spoiled presidential kid, Hunter Biden, and how he's been singled out. Because I know I speak for millions of people who have an addict in their family who did something they're not proud of, who could never get out from under it. We have no sympathy for you, Hunter Biden, and even less for you, Joe Biden, because you enabled all of it. You were using him to line your own pocket. That is what the emails suggest, 10% for the big guy.
And by the way, I'm going to point out for a visual audience, you notice Rich Lowry from National Review is off there to the right. It seemed like he was able to weather the storm. Let's just say he accidentally invoked the name of the Denver Nuggets almost about a month ago in a clip we showed, but he's still hanging in there.
That's the guy.
That's the same guy. Yeah.
For the visual audience also, there's some guy in the middle with swoopy hair and probably one of the thinnest, longest heads I've ever seen in my life.
I believe that's David Collins from the 30-minute half-hour
fucking
show.
Narrow-headed prick. God damn, he's hard to look at.
Yeah, but I just want to get to the I want to get back to the beginning, the good part of this.
So fuck you, Joe Biden.
That's really all we really needed to hear, but I wanted to make sure we got to
it. And the thing is, I don't believe she gives a shit about any of this.
No, I agree.
This is that faux outrage bullshit. I think she doesn't care.
Hamilton Berger presents us with how he believes the pardon went. Joe Brandon, officially pardoned Hunter Thompson. So you might be onto something there, Hamilton Berger. Now your $2 is $2 Canadian. Our other super chat is £1. So JFK Head Chunk is still in the lead. So we appreciate that. We appreciate all the super chats, and we even appreciate everybody who just all the poor chats, because we know you have other choices, but we also know that we're better than all of those shows. I have to play this entire video on mute. And I'm going to let my buddy Eric Zane give us a little bit of play-by-play when our pal, RFK Jr., heads out to the gym. So we see him here standing shirtless.
Is that okay? Yeah, yep. It looks like he's gigantic.
Yep, he's
way in shape.
Yep.
This guy's doing muscle ups. And then it looks like RFK is also going to do some type of strange acrobatic maneuver.
Yeah.
And they're both hanging. Okay, this was very impressive.
It's all very impressive. Little homoerotic for my taste. And the reason I couldn't play it is that, of course, it was set to Eye of the Tiger from
Okay. Boy, I didn't know that he was that jacked. That
No.
fucker is fucking pumped.
I knew he was in shape, but I saw that and I was like, oh, okay. So I have to admit that I was definitely impressed. And at the opposite end of the spectrum, we haven't heard from our buddy Rudy Giuliani in a while. Last time we had him on this show, he was selling Rudy coffee. And they don't. Let's see how that's going for him.
I have no cash. It's all tied up. So right now, if I wanted to call a taxi cab, I can't do it. I don't have a credit card. I don't have a checking account. I have no place I can go take cash out except a little bit that I saved, and it's getting down to almost nothing. I have a business. I can do business expenses, but I'm very careful about that because God forbid I should make a mistake between a personal and a business expense.
Look at that ugly Cro-Magnon mob guinea fuck behind him.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
looks like Silvio Dante's retarded brother.
It is a slightly better dressed crew than when Stuttering John went back to Long Island for Thanksgiving, and he posted him and all of his buddies. They were propping him up so he didn't look so short. I don't know if you got to see that. So now we have to keep in mind there's a reason that that Rudy is broke is because we look back only 4 years ago. He didn't just say that the election was stolen. There's a lot of people who said that. He called out specific poll workers in the state of Georgia, showed videos, gave out their names and addresses. So now the poll workers, I believe it's a mother and daughter, they own everything that Rudy had to sell his penthouse apartment. He has all of his Yankees collectibles. He has some cards. So he really literally has nothing. And it's just it's surprising to go from, America's mayor, and he was very popular even before 9/11. And now he's like, yeah, I can't even go to a machine and take out money.
Unlike Hunter Biden, I go to jail right away.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he's comparing it to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, exactly.
Well, I mean, it's hard to argue that point. I mean, he's right.
Well, do you think he's sending a signal to a buddy of his who might have the power to pardon him starting January 20th?
Right. And he should. I mean, if that's what Trump already said, he's going to pardon all the losers from January 6th. So,
Well,
I mean, he's in that crew.
Except for the QAnon shaman. That guy's an American hero. The rest of them, they don't need to be pardoned. But that guy put his feet up on Nancy Pelosi's desk.
He needs to pardon Giuliani, January 6th losers, and Tiger King. First day. Okay.
Yeah, poor Tiger King. Joe Exotic really deserves to be out. Spectrum customer care. By this time tomorrow, I'll be tongue punching your fart box. All right. That is the big winner right now.
Yep.
So I don't know what denomination NOK is. We've gotten 200 of them. And
I think it's about 90 cents based on what DeWired said.
Okay. Thank you, DeWired. Because DeWired was, he's keeping us honest. And he says, fuck your couch, easy. Now, is he saying he doesn't like the Lions? Or
I don't know. Probably.
Does he want you to JD Vance your couch?
He might. He might. It wouldn't surprise me at all. Everybody's motherfucking the Lions, and everybody wants me to have sex with my couch. Yeah, and we may have a clip that the Lions figure into a little bit later in the program. But I'm bored with all these political types. Let's go see people who are better than us. Let's talk to some celebrities.
WATV, who are these celebrity news? Who are these celebrity news?
There you go. 200 Norwegian krone equals $18 and 9 United States dollars. $18.09.
Thank you, JFK Head Chunks. So that's actually our big winner right now. We need $19 if somebody wants to put something in. But honestly, now that we've made that much, I'm gonna ease off the gas. The Beggy Monster's not gonna come out. So I might have misspoken when I said that celebrities are better than us. So our buddy in the Discord, Reverend Shitstain, wanted to make sure that we saw this video from a rapper named Dave Blunts, and Snoop Dogg is a friend of his, and he was concerned about Dave Blunts. And as soon as you see Dave Blunts, you'll be like, yes, Snoop is a good friend for being concerned about him. So,
Hey, Chicago, do y'all have a problem with me sitting down on this stage?
So, how would you describe what we're looking at, Eric?
This is like every so often on the news, you see the story about the lady that has to get rescued out of her bed because she can't move. And like the mattress is actually grafted onto her ass because she's been shitting in it for that long. This is the type of body. This is the type of body that he can't even get onto a goddamn scooter at Walmart.
No, there is
like fucking Grimace.
I was going to say, this is basically like somebody took the Buddha and stuffed him into a Grimace costume, but they couldn't get the head over it. So he's just got the Grimace body. So, and well, let me just, for our audio audience, he's also got an oxygen tank.
Oh, no. Yeah, so he's on stage ready to perform saying, do you have a problem with me sitting down?
Yeah.
No, we have a problem with seeing your fucking body. That's what we have a problem with.
I want to know how much this was part of a festival, but still a portion of the proceeds went to this guy. But let's hear what he's got to say to Snoop Dogg.
Sitting down on this stage? Exactly. Get the fuck off my dick, Snoop Dogg. I bought her a chain, I bought her a bag.
So I just wanted to show that he does actually rap. At first, I heard the auto tune in the background and I thought that it was just going to be that and he's just going to sit there. So now I see why he has the oxygen. Now, look, Snoop clearly, let's be honest. The guy's name is Dave Blunts. We understand what Snoop and he have in common. And it's not the Old Town Buffet, and Snoop saw this video. And to Snoop's credit, he did respond.
That was funny. Go ahead, little homie. I mean, big homie. Do your thing, cuz. I ain't fucking with you. Have your fun.
Yeah. So he's like, you know what? You want to eat yourself to death? That's fine. All right, you called me out. Hey, man, I'm not fucking with you. I'm incredibly high right now, but I'm definitely not fucking with you.
Yeah, god damn. Oh, Snoop's face, by the way, I think he's getting a new wrinkle every day. I mean, he is aging in front of our eyes. Holy shit.
I don't think weed holds off the aging bug. I don't think that it has that. Anyway, I thought that you would appreciate that.
Yep. Yoda World said respectful, doesn't punch down.
That's a great point. Snoop is like, hey, man, I'm not
we're punching, because we're punching up. I mean, let's face it, we're much lower.
We're much, much lower. So last week we spent a lot of time highlighting the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. This year's was largely uneventful, unless you're Jimmy Fallon, who, despite the torrential downpour, felt the need to throw on a pair of Ray Charles sunglasses. Here he is talking to Al Roker.
Jimmy Fallon,
Happy Thanksgiving, Al.
Happy Thanksgiving. This is your 11th parade, my man.
Is that right?
Can you believe that?
This is like more than Andy Williams.
Yes,
I'm hitting
absolutely.
I'm hitting that mark.
That's right. He's going to sing Moon River, and it's going to be fantastic.
We've been through this together through rain,
snow,
freezing,
snow, everything.
So,
okay.
Do you have any reasons to, listening to Jimmy talk, anything about his demeanor? Do you think there's any reason that he might need the sunglasses in a downpour? There is nothing but clouds and rain in the sky this day, Eric.
He's massively hungover or under the influence right now. He has to be.
Possibly still drunk. Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Al, he's talking all over him. They're both just occupying every second of airtime with nonsense talk and bullshit. No one's even listening.
Yeah, no. They're just, it's really the question is that. So Jimmy goes out with his band, his house band, The Roots, and he lip syncs a song from his new Christmas album, which again, we've got on mute. But I think it's actually funnier with no sound to watch him lip sync and over exaggerate. So here he comes in behind The Roots, and everything's a little too big, and he's moving, and he's still got the sunglasses on, although guy next to him's got sunglasses too. So maybe we know what's going on here. But as you see, sunglass clad Jimmy Fallon in the rain being cheered on by a polar bear and a giant elf on the shelf. Do you have any thoughts on where the host of the Tonight Show is in his life at this moment?
Yeah, I guess there's a bit of jealousy because he has so much going for him. So there's always that. At the risk of sounding like that, he's moving way too fucking much. Just fucking be still for a little bit. God damn it.
Yeah. There've been long been rumors of Jimmy and the drinking being a little excessive, but of course these are all alleged, nothing proven. But I do remember he almost lost his finger, and his explanation of that really didn't add up, did it?
No, I remember that. I just remember he made a big deal about it, made everything a bit, and everything was silly.
Yeah.
I've just never been able to get into him.
Yeah, what is it with suspicious acts of violence happening to former or current hosts of the Tonight Show? We had Jay Leno last week who, quote unquote, fell down a hill. Yeah. All right. So how long before Jimmy falls down a hill, Eric?
But it would just be because he's drunk. He's just under the influence.
Yeah. He's like, look, idiot. I don't know the mob any money. I just have been on the John Melendez diet. I had 18 Coors Light, and I could not make it down the hill without any incident. So if any of you have been on social media the past couple of weeks, you've probably seen clips, and you've definitely seen memes from the press junket for the film Wicked with Ariana Grande, and the other actress's name is Cynthia Erivo. I didn't have to
the
look
black
that
one.
She is. I did have to look up what her name is.
Okay, isn't she playing the fucking Green Witch, right?
She's the green one. Yeah. So she is obviously responsible for cultural appropriation.
Right.
Because
she's fucking green facing it. You can't green face it.
Yeah. That's for green people, you know. Well, I guess the Hulk is the only one I can think of, but he should be pissed. So the reason you've seen so many clips is because in almost every interview, they start crying. And here's a quick example to a question that did not warrant this reaction. The question was, and this one comes from a TikTok account for something called Evie Magazine. They were asked, what do your characters bring to the movie? And immediately take a look at Ariana Grande.
Well,
she doesn't even open her mouth and she's crying.
Got in her, a little bit of her softness. And she's got
her strength.
A little bit of my strength.
Yeah.
Is that the Coming to America bride?
Truthfully.
I do feel like that's what that hat is.
Yeah. That's her, right? Oh, no, that's Wicked Witch.
Yes.
Okay, I thought that was fucked up. Sorry.
No, but she has the hat that James Earl Jones wore in Coming to America. You're 100% right.
Absolutely.
I knew what you were saying. That's exactly what she has on.
Boy,
yeah,
that's horrible. That's so bad. She's got to be just fucking whacked out on something, right?
I mean, you know, they spent 3 years making this movie because there's 2 movies. Anybody who's thinking of taking their kids to see Wicked, you should know it's 2 hours and 40 minutes and it's only part 1. And Dwyer Christian says they're still pissed about Harris losing. Possibly. I don't know how much Cynthia cares. She probably just goes back to, I don't know who the Prime Minister of the UK is, but it's probably still Margaret Thatcher, right? I would assume.
No, I know. That's right.
Dwyer Christian suspects Zoloft. So don't worry. Ariana isn't the only one who cries. So here, an interview brings up how a friend of hers brought kids to the movie and wants to share the kids' observations with Cynthia.
2 little girls last night, 5 and 7 years old, and I've written down what they said. At the end of it, they said, you have to be good and you have to be kind to everybody.
Whoa.
And she is a good witch.
Wow, she looks
fucked
up.
Yeah.
What a...
That's beautiful.
Well, you're gonna have to be more
like
specific.
She looks like a monster.
She's got the nose piercing, a different hat. This is from a different day. And she has the bright green Wicked Witch of the West nails. If you had to pick a feature of Cynthia Erivo that was your least favorite, are you able to pick the thing you like the least?
I think it's a combination of straight out of Auschwitz face. And,
she wouldn't have come out of Auschwitz, but I understand your point. Yes.
You know what I mean? I just picture her with her hands on a goddamn wire fence yelling to the Allies to let her out. I mean,
yep. I know what you're saying.
I think that's all I need. That's all I need.
Yeah. Dwyer Christian says she looks like the greasy leader from 300.
I didn't see it, but I'll take it. It sounds funny, so
it's Dwyer Christian. You know, he gets a blank check.
Yeah, I don't like that type of emaciated face there. Fuck that. It looks horrible.
Well, let's see how she processes this this observation from children that I don't know. I don't know if it warrants this.
She is a good witch.
If kids can feel that, then
Yeah. That's the point.
yeah. And they shipped us. Thank you. Thank you.
Now Ariana's trying to dry
I didn't
her
get
eyes.
it.
You didn't get it?
Look up.
She did
That
not
way.
get it.
Ugh,
There you go.
Thank you.
this is so fucked up.
Yeah.
Ugh. God damn.
The next one, I'm not gonna lie, is my favorite. So here's an Australian interviewer who I assume her name is Emily or Emma because her podcast is called Emsolation. And she wanted to thank them for making a movie that speaks to theater nerds like her, kids who grew up feeling isolated and alone. By the way, right before this host tells a story about getting mugged in New York and all the money she had left, she used to go see Wicked on Broadway. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah. So let's see how they respond to her heaping accolades on them.
Did you like dissolve?
Yes.
What a
much so.
moment.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Cynthia, you fucking did it, babe. Babe, like, from an alpha bar, from an autistic alpha bar, oh my God, you did it. I want to look you both in the eye and say you did it. You really did it. Thank you so much. From a nerdy theatre kid who was othered at school my whole life. This film means so much to me, and there are so many millions of kids like me.
There's more. Was it the term othered? Is that what got your reaction? Is that what got your dander up, Easy?
It's the body language. It's the over the top reactions. Every single bit of this is acting. Talk about theater. Yes. Every fucking second of this is silly and fake, and it makes me sick.
Well, let's see if it gets better.
Who find refuge in the witches. And I just want to let you know, I mean, I'm a nobody, but you did it. You did it.
We love you.
And I thank you.
Sorry.
Love you.
I have to
love you.
Because Ariana Grande has no idea what to say. It's just like, we love you. Like, do you? Do you really?
I'm going to cry my glitter off. I'm going to go blind from glitter.
No, you both have to stop.
Sorry. Hurry, I'm so
Oh my goodness.
Oh no, their faces are melting.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
It was incredible. Both of you are incredible, but I love you.
Oh, goodness.
Ariana's getting a little annoyed though because of how much crying is.
She's the highlight of my life.
And please,
giving this Australian broad some
thank you for
tissues.
being you, and thank you for doing such an incredible job with her and looking up.
Oh my gosh.
And you, Miss Lucille Boyle.
That's what I said,
Lucille Boyle with the voice of an angel and Bob Fosse high kicks.
Oh,
How
my
dare
goodness.
you? How dare you both? All right, I'm
oh my gosh.
Can you stay all day?
I'd like to stay all day.
Oh my
Just
goodness.
be a mascot.
Emmy, you're wonderful.
What is happening here?
So there's crying. They want her to stay all day, but yet Ariana's like throwing tissues at her. Look, they say there's no perfect clips, but this one was pretty close. There is, believe it or not, a little more.
Thank you.
You are an angel.
Thank you for giving that to us today.
Yeah,
thank you.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to go.
You're wonderful.
No.
You're wonderful.
You're wonderful.
Thank you very much.
What
Very
a
sweaty.
bunch of
I'm going through menopause as well. It's a whole thing.
She just dropped that she's going through menopause, but
oh God, yeah, thank God, because that means you can't breed, and
Yes.
And that's fantastic.
I don't know how much of a danger there was of that.
Oh,
but,
what a bunch of lunatics, you psychopaths! You.
I have
sick
one
fucks.
last clip, at least for this week. I feel like I might find more in future weeks, but this is sort of towards the end of the pre-release junket, and they are determined to not cry.
No, we're not gonna. We can't. We're
No, you get. Yeah, no.
We can't.
No, you're gonna do
We've
it.
cried 500 times today.
We've done it
today.
a lot. We've done
no,
today.
and honestly, this is a
We've gotta-
PSA. So sorry, guys.
It is what it is.
There's
nothing we can do about it.
I can't imagine. And you know what? If you're in the
just gonna
comments saying
be-
how annoying it is, I'll say it first.
She looked more like Dennis Rodman than Dennis Rodman looks like Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, and given the choice between her and Dennis Rodman, yeah, you finish that sentence.
Can't help it.
I've said
it's
it
not on
first.
purpose.
I'm annoyed. I'm tired. My tears.
We are tired. Actually, I can't even. I felt the same
tired.
thing outside. I was like,
Do not do it
so
here.
tired.
Do not do it here.
but-
I don't cry before 4 p.m.
We can't do it.
We
But
can't.
Or some gay guy.
The interviewer trying
Yeah.
to do some shtick. Don't worry. He needs to be heard.
It's 6 in the morning.
so-
We are not doing it.
But we just had our own private cry in
Yes.
the parking lot.
Just because we've like come through like a massive thing, and we've really
Is this what they wear every day?
stuck
These
together.
clothes?
I mean, we've had 4 clips. They're wearing wildly different things.
It's
in
always
each
just
clip.
weirdo. I mean, it looked to me like they're on the set of another movie.
they might
Doing
very
the
well
interview.
be. Yeah. I'm not quite sure.
This is what money and fame does to you. These at one point were not fucking idiots, but
Yeah.
this is what's happened.
Yeah. Well, you enable people to be idiots and live their idiot lives, and this is what happens.
Yeah, the stuff you don't see is the most special stuff.
Yeah.
Whoa, stop.
Whoa.
Jesus Christ.
Don't do it.
I'm leaving.
Don't do it. Stop, you guys.
You can't leave. You can't.
No, you're gonna make the gays nervous. The gays are getting nervous. Look, your makeup artist is like sweating over there. Do not come in here. Don't you dare, Daryl.
I think when he says the gays are getting nervous, he's talking about you and me.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Well, we're both very gay.
Yeah.
You know, everybody knows that.
I mean,
and we hate that. Dwyer says her uterus fell out.
Thank you, Dwyer.
He also says George Carlin rises from the grave to mock these two fucks. That's a great way to describe them. They're a couple of fucks.
Yes.
What a bunch of assholes.
But I don't know. I'm sure that they convinced a lot of people to go see that Wicked movie now.
Well, yeah. You know, the thing is, I knew nothing of the film other than the basic premise of the story. I am aware of that. And the trailers I saw, it looked like the special effects were outstanding. So I'm like, oh, maybe it has like an epic vibe to it. Will there be more than one film? You could see them all. I mean, I've seen Harry Potter movies and loved them. I mean, shit, who knows? But I would never dream of going to see this movie after seeing these fucking idiots carry on like assholes now. I mean, this was eye-opening for me. I'm very happy that you did this. You saved me the money and the time.
Go see Gladiator 2. I thought it was great, and so did my buddy Husey. He was on my Blackcast podcast this week. We talked about that. That's all I've seen so far. All right. So there was a lot of tears. There were a lot of emotions. Do you want to read any of these?
Yeah, sorry about that. They were flying in too fast and furious. Killogic with the line, I mean, ISIS bombed her concert for a reason. That is a top level joke. That's a high watermark for jokes.
Yeah, from the poor chat, no less. That, you know what? There might have been no money attached to that, but that was easily a $20 joke. So we appreciate that. All right. We've had enough tears, Eric. No more crying. So we're going to head over to sports so we can spend some time with men who keep their feelings bottled up inside and don't show emotion.
Who are these sports? You know what I'm saying? Who are these sports? Let's see who's playing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? No, I don't know what society.
I forgot that one ended that way.
No, that's intense.
That is intense. So we're going to start off the segment. I said we're looking for real men, and it's hard to find manlier men than Shannon Sharpe and his co-host Chad Ochocinco from the show that they do together called Nightcap. And in this clip, Shannon Sharpe is explaining to Chad that the Bengals are not good this year. Chad might have previous to this moment mentioned the fact that he might have bet on the Cincinnati Bengals a couple of times, maybe 5 weeks in a row. But let's see how this goes.
Nope. Ocho, even you, Ocho, you playing the game. I said, Ocho, how y'all gonna go out on a run when your defense is historically bad? Your quarterback literally has to play a perfect game every time. One turnover, because first of all, your defense is not really going to be able to stop anybody.
So our audio audience is probably like, all right, well, why are we playing this? And how would you describe Chad Ochocinco's eyes as he's talking to Unk, his buddy Shannon Sharpe right here?
Yeah, though they're slits. So he's got them. I don't know if he's reacting by almost like faux crying, perhaps, or he's just stoned out of his mind.
So the second could lead to the first. I do believe that he has been known to enjoy some recreational activities, allegedly. But I think he might actually legitimately be emotional. I thought it was an act at first. What does JFK Headchunk say?
He said, is that the chick from Wicked again? You're right.
I mean, again, given the choice between Chad Ochocinco, Dennis Rodman, and Cynthia Erivo, you can make your own choices.
Right. Now, you turn the ball over, you give them.
So that's when you can see the glisten in his eyes.
Right.
Shining right back at Shannon Sharpe, who does not know what to do with this.
And if you give them points on your possessions, don't cry. Don't cry.
Real crying.
No, don't cry. You ain't crying yet, Chad. Don't let it fool you. You should be crying. Sorry.
We gonna be all right.
No, y'all ain't.
We gonna be all right.
Next year. Y'all ain't gonna be all right this year. Hey, man.
Damn,
you know, got them people you have.
I just want him to say, I'll bust up your shift robe.
Well, I just love the idea that, like, his friend is really distraught. We're gonna be okay. No, you ain't.
Right.
Not this year.
People in Cincinnati believe in you. Man, Ocho say we gonna be all right. Not everybody ain't doing nothing but eating chili and hot dogs.
Okay, legitimately, I don't know what he's talking about. I do know Skyline.
Not everybody. Something about eating chili and hot dogs.
Well, maybe the connection's different. It sounds fine to me. I don't hear anything in the enunciation, but I don't know what the topic is.
Stand up. Sit up in your chair.
Wow, this looks like an intervention. Like
Come closer. You blurry.
One of those deals.
It's one of those interventions to stop being a pussy. So Chad leans back.
Stand up. Sit up in your chair. Come closer. You blurry. No. You bring your ass back into focus. Y'all got Ocho crying, Bingo. What y'all? Bingo Nation, Bingo Country. What y'all are? Here, there you go.
We'll be back. We'll be back next year.
That's what Custer said. When they sent his ass out there, he said, I'll be back. And they ain't seen his ass. He went up to Little Big Horn and they ain't seen his ass since. That was in 1875, 78. What was that? When did Sitting Bull get old Custer?
What the fuck? God, that makes me anxious, all of this.
Well, yeah, but I mean, Chad isn't just like emotional. He's distraught.
Yeah, and that can't be real, right?
It goes on for so much longer than I'm even going to show. Look, I think he's as the great Chad, as the great Chip Chipperson would say, he's probably zooted, but I think he's maybe not in his right mind, but I think he's really feeling all these emotions. And we don't know how much he gambled on the Bengals over the last 5 weeks.
All right. That because of the money he lost, I mean, he hasn't earned a dime. And, well, I take it back. I don't know that. He hasn't earned a dime for playing football in quite some time.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he makes money somehow. Just the name Ocho Cinco is worth something. But this is just weird.
It is weird, and it doesn't seem like there's any real reason to be crying. By the way, Little Bighorn was 1876. You were so close, Unc. 1875 or 1878. You're in the range. It's fine. Dust Cloud, $4.99. If the goal is to sound uneducated, mission accomplished. I believe he's speaking to us. He's speaking to both Eric Zane and myself. So look, somebody who should be crying is Matt Zuccarello of the NHL's Minnesota Wild. Shall we say an unfortunate injury to his groin that will keep him sidelined for a few weeks. This is the best clip of it I could find. I'll back it up. We'll see what we can do. But he takes a puck somewhere that a man should not take a puck.
The ice and he can't get there. This is a look right here. Faber shot. Oh boy.
And immediately balls
that
over.
Didn't catch his knee. I was hoping maybe it caught his knee, but
oh yeah,
got him in the groin area.
And he's hobbling off the ice.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, he wears a protective cup, but when the puck's flying at however fast it flies at, that's just. Oof.
Yeah, I'm glad that you brought up the protective cup because Zuccarello's teammate Marcus Foligno was a guest on a radio show in Minnesota, the 93X half-assed morning show. Sounds like a show that both EZ and I would submit demo tapes to.
Yeah, sure,
I would absolutely try and be part of the 93X half-assed morning show. But I have made a note to submit that to our buddy Carl for next year's Jocktober. But so his teammate comes on and they ask him about the injury. And he gives, they're able to look back and have some fun. But try to not score him while he talks about it.
How's your teammate Zuccarello doing? We heard terrible things.
He's we thought he was going to lose one nut, but he actually it survived. He's got them both still.
Oh, it did. That's funny. I like what he said up with the setup. We heard terrible things.
We heard terrible things.
Fantastic.
He's like, yeah, he was going to lose one nut, but he's going to get to keep it. And
goes,
again,
okay, good.
this is regular over-the-air broadcast radio, monitored by the FCC. So listen to how they try to talk about what we would refer to as balls. Nut was fine.
That's good.
He's keeping them both.
Poor guy got hit and the sun don't shine and ruptured his testicle. So surgery and
God.
Yeah, he's doing good. I thought he wore a jock, but the jock had a massive dent in it. It was hilarious, but it was funny after. Now that he's okay.
Okay.
So you were talking about how he had on a cup. He's talking about his jock. It has a huge dent in it.
Right.
Send it to the Hockey Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
we were
not
talking about him a couple of days.
I'm going to give credit to the half-ass morning show. That is a funny thing to say. And if that was at the Hockey Hall of Fame, I believe that's in Calgary, I would definitely be like, hey, I gotta see the jock strap with the huge dent in it. I would make
that's
sure
a very hockey thing to do, you know?
Absolutely.
You know how hockey players are. They're just wired differently.
Yes.
It might be one of the truest sports when it comes to like law and order.
Yeah.
You've got people without face masks or getting pucks in the face, diving in front of puck, guy getting hit in the cock, settling at center ice with a fucking fight, and nobody gives a shit. You look at these pussies in other sports, football player, bumps into somebody's head and everybody has to get suspended. It is
the only sport where you might just, stick your head to the side, spit out a tooth, and get right back into the game.
These are psychopaths, and the world needs more of this. So that game should be bigger. These guys, in between periods, they eat their cum. It's just how it is.
That actually explains a lot because I know of a Canadian Potato who it sounds like he's on the same diet. I want to tidy up the conversation here because there's a way that they try to talk about it on broadcast radio.
So he took a puck to the seeds.
The seeds.
And it dented his cup.
It dented his cup. It was a wrist shot too, so I cannot imagine what would happen if he had a slap shot at him.
Mm-hmm. But yet he's going to...
Brock Faber owes him dinner. That's all I know. He's the one that shot it.
Faber was the one who fired the puck. But he's keeping both of his pills. So that's wonderful.
Yeah, he's got both of them still, so he's good.
So he's calling them pills now. And it's very difficult to follow the narrative. What are you talking about? We're talking about balls, right? The player comes on and says nut. Let's stick with that.
Right. You go nut and then change it up to whatever and then to the pills. And then he's going to say clock weights. And then, come on. Just stick with one. Or just say balls or just say testicles. Whatever.
Well, exactly. So I thought that was, having a little fun. You're able to laugh about your buddy getting hit in the nuts if they don't lose one of said nuts. And I think it was great to get a little insight there. So an athlete who wouldn't have to worry about that exact injury, but we will see a clip with a different set of circumstances for triathlete Taylor Knibb. Now, she is not only a champion triathlete, she actually added another obstacle, which she explains to a cameraman who is filming her right before the end of the third event.
Could, and she went all in. Myself? So can you not get my ass? Yeah. Thank you. Sorry.
Fuck.
So the announcers do talk over it, but she does explain to the cameraman who's trying to film her, I just shit myself, so could you not film my ass? Which obviously he was going to, those shorts on, obviously he's going to film her ass. But let's hear her again.
I just shit myself, so can you not get my ass? Yeah. Thank you. Sorry.
Oh my God. Win like run, shit, win.
Yeah, I know. Usually you try to have the shit at the end, but she did win the event, but was only filmed from the front. But I think that we can all appreciate. And let's be honest, chat. Did you find her a little bit hotter after you found out that
I would eat her ass? I would eat her ass.
Well,
I like chicks like that, the athletic types.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'd clean her up good.
I'm sure you would. I mean, you wouldn't be able to do anything other than that because we know what doesn't work.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm a pleaser, though. Who cares about me?
Yeah, you could take a slap shot right to the junk and not even
Yeah,
feel it. Yeah,
whatever. I don't even need this thing. I just use it for peeing.
So if we're talking about sports this week, we have to talk about Josh Allen, the Bills quarterback who can literally do it all. Not only is he engaged to movie star Haley Steinfeld, who plays essentially a superhero in the Marvel Universe. She's the new Hawkeye. But Josh Allen is an actual superhero. And as I'm talking about this, our buddy Carl just texted me 2 words, I would. Not sure what he's trying to say. He would for Josh Allen, but
or he'd maybe eat the ass of that chick running. I don't know.
No, I don't think it was a reference to that. Okay. But most likely he would just do it. But again, I'm just guessing. So let's take a look at a game that was just beautiful to look at, even if no one had scored for the entire game, because it was a snow-swept Buffalo. It was a beautiful winter wonderland. And Josh Allen has one of the most unlikely plays that you're ever going to see. This is the NBC broadcast.
Here completed. This is behind Cooper, who brought it in, pitched it back to Allen, who's going to go to the goal line.
Nice.
No! Spectacular touchdown.
So, yes, he gives it to Amari Cooper, who then laterals it back to him, and he does indeed have a reception for a touchdown. I didn't know that they had the graphic ready to go. I didn't realize the audio was so low on that one, but the good thing is, as we always like to do here, we like to shine a light on the local broadcasters. So this is how that sounded on Bills radio.
Thrown behind, but somehow caught, and now lateral to Allen, and reaching for the pylon. Are you kidding me? It's a touchdown. Unbelievable. A catch by Amari Cooper, a lateral to Josh Allen, and he runs the remaining 5 yards for the score. Have you ever seen that one before?
No.
That's incredible.
It is indeed. And
I just like watching it. That fucking guy's a stud.
Yeah. And we might have some more from him. But watching that clip, it reminded me of something that we had never actually gotten to. So Amari Cooper was traded from the Cleveland Browns. And that exchange, that transaction, didn't sit well with a Browns fan who spoke to the local news.
Name didn't give it away. One of Cooper's favorite Browns players at the start of the week was Amari Cooper. So when he was traded to the Bills on Tuesday, his dad had to break the news.
So I'm going to share this video here, but I don't know why all these parents do this. They're telling their kids something that they know is going to upset them.
Yes.
His name is Cooper. So clearly they wanted this to be his favorite player for the rest of his life. And yes, he got traded to the Bills. Amari Cooper couldn't be happier to be playing around in the snow with a guy like Josh Allen. But let's see how this Cooper handled it.
So today, Amari Cooper got traded.
What's traded?
It means that he's not on the Cleveland Browns anymore.
What?
The video went viral. Browns fans commiserating with young Cooper's pain.
I know, man. It's really sad.
Oh, this is...
Yeah, it's unfortunate he found this out at 5 years old. He learned the hard way that day, and he has so much more heartbreak ahead of him, and he doesn't even realize.
What a fucking dick. This dad, what a cunt. Jesus Christ.
That does suck. Because, again, like, you have to tell your kid, and I don't know, look, maybe you even film the video, but you post it on social media and then go on the local news and talk about it, asshole.
Yeah, this is the type of thing you save to like the day he gets married to some man, and then on the big day, you like play it for everybody at the big wedding.
Yeah.
That's what you do. Say, yeah, hey, you're married. You got an abnormally pink penis, and here's a video of you. All right, great.
Well,
Jesus Christ.
I hope that young Cooper was staying up late watching it with his dad, because he might as well follow the Bills, because the Browns aren't giving him anything else to cheer about. And of all the people who've cried on this show, That's the one that I have no problem with crying. The chicks from Wicked, Ocho Cinco, none of them should be crying. But
No,
that kid can
they
cry.
need to go. That kid actually had something to cry about, and then dickhead dad is like showing it off to the world. What a fucking dick.
Well, he's crying about the fact that his dad's an asshole. But yeah,
right.
We've got one more play from Josh Allen because it wasn't enough to have a receiving touchdown.
Second and goal.
He doesn't see anybody open.
Steps up.
So, all right, I'll just trudge through the snow. And he also has a running touchdown.
The beast. What a beast. Fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. This might be it for the Bills.
Well, I bet right now our buddy Carl heard you say that and said, like, motherfucker, stop it.
Yeah, I mean, those poor Buffalo fans are just fucking brutalized. Even if the Bears or even if the Bills win it, it's not going to matter,
Look, it takes away the sting, The Cubs didn't win for 108 years. Carl was in the thick of that as well. It at least is like, at least now we have a moment. No, it doesn't erase everything. But...
No. I mean, it's like if you beat your dog's ass for 9 years and then you're nice to it one day. It's
yeah.
Fuck, I don't know.
Well, we have one more clip with Josh Allen in it. He's having fun. Has a message for his head coach Sean McDermott.
Just incredible. I mean, these guys just have great symmetry. They really do. And when you're connected like that, hey, I want to see an angel, a snow angel. Ready? Come on, let's go.
Yep, I'm gonna get down there with you.
Right.
I mean, literally. What else?
Yep.
You're engaged to a movie star. You have a running touchdown, a receiving touchdown, and you're making snow angels. What else does Josh Allen need?
Yeah, now I want him to lose after all of that. now I'm pulling for the Chiefs.
You and the refs
out of the AFC. Chiefs after that bullshit.
Well, it's not just in Buffalo that people are excited for Josh Allen. Let me know, Easy, if you think that SiriusXM host Adam Shine might be taking this a little too far.
Josh Allen, sensational. He is Superman. John Elway meets Paul Bunyan. Meets Santa Claus.
He wrote it all
Dashing
down.
through the snow. Are you kidding me? Giving out gifts to Bill's Mafia. He's like Oprah. You get a touchdown. You get a touchdown. I'll give myself a touchdown. He's a star. He's a freak. He's the 5th player in NFL history with a passing touchdown.
So I was waiting for it to go back to this shot. You see how he has a computer in front of him, but his notes are on a yellow legal pad.
Yep, I see it all. I see he wrote it all down.
Okay, boomer.
I mean, I cannot believe that he would write all his shit down on a legal pad. Only an asshole would have one of those even nearby.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't imagine what that would be like. That seems like something that an
Only
asshole
a
would do.
fucking degenerate guy whose cock's broke would be writing shit down onto a legal pad.
Well, speaking of assholes who don't know what they're doing, for the first time in their 100-year history, the Chicago Bears have made a coaching change during the season. And this was a game against your Detroit Lions. The Bears were staging a comeback, looking to embarrass the Lions for the 8th or 9th straight year on Thanksgiving. But unfortunately, the Chicago Bears are the Chicago Bears. And here's what happens. This is the local Chicago broadcast.
5 seconds left in the game. Clock running. 3rd and 26. Bears got to get settled from the 41-yard line.
It looked a little dysfunction in the snap count that last play.
15 seconds. 3rd and 26. Caleb's got to make a play here with 11 seconds to go in the game. Awaiting the snap. Got to hurry it up. 7-6. Takes the snap. Caleb Williams from the pocket zings it down the field, twisting, turning inside the 5 as time expires for Roma Dunze. That's it. No flags. And the ball game is over. Everybody's standing around in stunned disbelief on both sides. Nobody's celebrating, but the game is over.
Because no one could believe that this fucking horrible horrible time management by this piece of shit coach.
Matt Eberfluss, who we showed on this show a few weeks ago. Well, it's not like he had any timeouts left, right, Eric?
Right.
No.
He had one.
Oh, yeah, you're right. He did have a timeout left. So, yes, there is a very clear way where you can stage that. And they they could have, now, obviously the safe play is to get it into field goal range. So you use the timeout to do one more play, and then you call the timeout.
Yes, and call the god. Okay, they're just a handful of yards being away from the kicker's zone, and they got half a minute to do this. So run some stupid fucking dink and duck in the flat beyond the linebackers, but not farther than the cornerback. Boom, set an out pattern, whatever the fuck. It doesn't matter. You've got plenty of time. As a Lion fan, that's the shit that we've done for 1,000 years. We've seen that way of butt fuckery many, many times. I'm so glad that it's happening to another asshole team for a change, but that we were all like shocked because we're gathered. I'm in goddamn Detroit watching that game, and we're like, we lost, we're fucked. Yeah. Holy shit, they're fucking it up. We can't believe it. Jesus Christ, that was great.
I thought of you when I saw that happen, but I have to admit, I didn't realize what had happened because I wasn't watching that clip. So you got to kind of back it up and you got to figure it out. And you're like, how does that happen? And the worst thing is that Matt Eberfluss had to address the media. Then he was fired like 2 hours later. So it's, I don't even mean after the game. On another day, he spoke to the media and he said he's getting ready for the next game. And then he got fired.
And he did all sorts of like doubling down. Yeah. Oh, wouldn't change a thing. It's like, if I own that team, I run down to the field and say, take off your fucking gear.
Yeah.
You leave the stadium nude. You can't even get on the bus. Fuck you.
Well, I'm glad that you had that reaction. And again, as a Lions fan, you can't believe that the Bears coach was so bad. And it was also a good week for college football all over the sport. It was a rivalry week. I don't know why I'm having trouble talking.
I always have a hard time with the word rivalry. I always ruin it.
It's rivalry week, and I don't think that they run together very well.
No.
Or perhaps I just had a stroke. But so let's start out with the big story from college football, where the Michigan Wolverines had a showdown with the Ohio State Buckeyes at the Shoe. And here, after Michigan's victory, this is their fourth consecutive victory over Ohio State. One of the players is being interviewed when he realizes something that's happening. We're going to look at it from another angle, but I think this is a great place to start.
That's what we are. That's what Michigan does, man. And that's what we do first of all.
And folks, something interesting is going on the field right now. Michigan tried to plant their flag in the middle of the Ohio State field, and the Buckeyes rushed right to them. And now there's some skirmishes going on the field.
So there's no shortage of footage like this, but our buddy Reverend Shitstain posted in the Discord probably some of the best footage because it's on the field. I don't know if other players were filming it or, people who work for one of the teams.
Yeah.
Let's just say there's some more colorful language in here than you would get on the broadcast. So here's the moment where they try to plant the Michigan flag on the Buckeyes logo. Isn't unheard of, but some would say is unsportsmanlike. But, win the game if you don't want this to happen. All right, so they're having fun with it. The Michigan players are, but looks like somebody noticed. Here come the Buckeyes.
Yes. This is the game within the game after the game.
Chill.
So he said, "Get out of here, you fucking losers." There's a word that I'm not going to repeat that gets said in a moment. Eric, you're welcome to say it, but I won't say it. Can hear it clear as day.
Yeah, it's said in only the way our African American brethren say, and I always love them for that.
Yeah, to
love
each
that
other
word when they use it appropriately.
Yeah,
White guys don't.
Yeah,
and that's
No.
okay.
Yes,
but like Kill Logic says, can we stop with this retarded flag planting? This is so dumb. The fuck it is. It's the best part. The fact that shitty team Michigan goes into great team's backyard, fucks them in the butt, and fucks everything up for them. Of course you bring the flag out. That's what you do. And then even the cops get involved. The cops start fucking macing everybody, which was unbelievable.
I'm glad you mentioned that because here we have footage of a couple of Michigan players who maybe don't enjoy the skirmish as much as some others. And we can see them right here on the sideline having been pepper sprayed.
Yes. You got the fucking honorary Derek Chauvin police force out there.
Look, I don't know what else they're going to do, but I love that the band plays while this happens. And I have to disagree with the announcers here that were covering this for Fox.
Gus, you just hate to see this.
I love to see it.
Yes.
Incredible. Michigan
game.
won the game.
Sure.
They didn't need to plant the flag in the middle of the O.
I mean, Gus, people have been doing this for years.
Yeah. And you know what? Not only have they been doing it for years, they did it in some other cities the same day. Case in point, University of North Carolina at NC State goes for, the exact same thing.
Scene with Mac and Dave Doran embracing at midfield. A lot of respect for each other. There's a fight. Looks like happening in the middle of the field with fans on the field. This is not a pretty scene.
So I had it backwards. NC State beat UNC.
Yeah. And North Carolina guy is grabbing the Wolfpack flag and throwing it like a javelin, which is probably going to hit some kid in a wheelchair right in the face.
Yeah.
Field, a lot of respect for each other. There's a fight, looks like happening in the middle of the field with fans on the field. This is not a pretty scene. This is
not good.
This is scary.
That's not scary.
Their players with their helmets off.
This guy's running away.
This is a bad scene. From the middle of the field, the fight is spilled over to the NC State bench. The NC State wanted to plant the flag in midfield, and players like J.J. Jones took exception to it.
People laying on the ground, it looks like. This is a dangerous scene right now.
Yeah, you'd think it was the Hindenburg. Oh, the humanity! They tried to plant a flag on the field, and I've never seen anything like this.
I always like it when they spill out into the stands. That's when the real carnage takes place.
Yeah, when the field that can't contain your anger.
Right.
You have to get out.
This is nothing.
Yeah. Well, let's see how it went over there when Florida tried to plant their flag on Florida State's field.
Caused chaos around college football. Started with Michigan, Ohio State, UNC, and North Carolina State got into it. And
they got to get rid of this flag planting stuff. This is causing too many problems here. It's just
that guy sounds
unnecessary. Florida took care of business tonight. This is just something you absolutely don't need.
And Mike Norvell and Billy Napier were right in the middle of it. And Florida got that flag planted fast, and Florida State took issue
I'm always
with
amazed at the lack of injuries in these quote-unquote skirmishes. We need someone to be swinging a helmet and people are in vegetative states taking them off. That's what we need to see for actually anything bad to happen.
Yes, I think that would have to be it, but it doesn't seem like there's any injuries. Our final one of these has a little bit of a local flair. So the Arizona State Sun Devils beat the Arizona Wildcats at Arizona, and the Sun Devil mascot has a pitchfork. So we see one of the players try to plant the pitchfork in the logo of the home team.
And then the former Wildcat, Kangaika, put it in the middle of the field.
Well, I love this because this guy used to be on the other team. So
he's now he's trying to grab it. And boy, that was a lackluster attempt at grabbing it. He was like finessing it when he did it. It's Jesus.
But this one gets a little bit out of hand. Not like the other ones, but it has something that none of the other ones did, Eric. The mascots get involved. And my thought on that, I'm going to play it again while we talk over it, is that at first, like, people seem to be having fun behind them, but he's really spinning around the Wildcat head.
Yeah.
He's really going to town on it, the Sun Devil is.
Yes. He the Sun Devil doesn't have a lot holding him back with that getup on him. He seems to have more ability to throw those bombs, whereas the Wildcats just kind of like a goofy, dopey looking thing that can't do a whole lot.
Yeah, well, I figured we should end with fights with cartoon characters in large costumes. As always, we have so much more we could get to, but I think we've done enough. We've done it all. That is our show. Come back next Tuesday for more fun, more excitement, and of course, Bears. But again, I'm really thinking about holding the Bears back until we get some money. But you guys did okay this week, so maybe we'll give it to you on credit. But Eric Zane, where can people find you?
Really simple. Just search Eric Zane Show Podcast wherever you download audio shows, or if you want it, of course, live as it happens. I'm on Twitch. Just search Eric Zane Live on Twitch, and I am on every day, 10 a.m. Eastern Time.
And check out the new podcast that I co-created, 100 Songs That Define Heavy Metal, wherever podcasts are found. The latest episode features Kerry King of Slayer talking to our host, Brian Slagle of Metal Blade Records, who put out the first Slayer record, which is the song Black Magic. My personal podcast, The Blackcast, I mentioned it earlier. I just did an episode with Husey where we talk about the great Gladiator 2. So check that out, BLADTCAST. As we said, we will see you next Tuesday. But until then, this is Christian Bladt reminding you that every mic is a hot mic, and fuck your couch, Easy.